assurance arising
There you
from
go.
one's appreciation of one's own abilities and qualities.
Abilities.
Is that the
Yep.
one
Yeah,
you
that's
want to
probably the
talk about?
one. That's the one.
That's what right. But regardless of that abilities, does it anyway, regardless of the fact, is about feelings as well. Right? A feeling.
Okay. But I
Okay,
don't know
so
what they got to do with
I
anything.
just want people to understand, my brothers, y'all gotta stop lying to yourselves. Be honest with who you are.
If you feel like you can get Halle Berry, you can get Halle Berry. Don't listen to Sharon. He over here down talking y'all,
I
talking about y'all.
agree.
Y'all are bums and
I
shit.
didn't say
Normally,
that.
I would be saying it, but you know, I think you should.
I
You
didn't
should.
say that.
You should
What
be
I'm
willing to
saying
talk
is,
to someone that you think that you should get, so you can get rejected and get used to that, because
what
that's
I'm
going to happen
saying,
throughout your
what
entire
I'm
life. You're a
saying,
bum.
AR, is that the mate that you choose is because that person make you feel a certain way. It don't got
Yes,
nothing to do
but
with
they're talking
anything else.
about talking.
And
They're talking about
they
the
could
initial
lie, and
talking
they
to.
could lie, and if
Saying
you
we're not talking about your mate or marriage.
right, so right, and men could keep on lying to themselves and think that is because when they looked at this woman, she was so beautiful, and that's the reason why they chose that woman. They are lying.
Then question,
No,
why did
And
he
the
walk
reason
up to
why,
her?
and the reason why we
they're
know
Wait,
they're
talking about the
lying,
wait,
initial.
then why did he walk up to her?
they are basing the looks of that woman on how other men think about their woman instead of their own personal selves.
What?
And I just need men
So,
to be honest with
Cap,
themselves because it is not cat. Because the reason why you think that girl's a four in the face and a nine a body because you scared to take her ass outside. Y'all motherfuckers is liars.
I don't think that. I don't know how that. I don't know how you correlate those two
Hey,
things. But I think they're
Sharon,
talking
I agree
about.
with
I
you.
think they're talking. Of course you do. I think they're
of
just talking about the
course.
initial conversation. Like, why did I approach a woman in the first place? It's not because
That
I
is
thought she would
exactly what
be
we're talking
a
about,
great
AR.
wife. It's just because I found her to be attractive. I didn't even think about her personality at that time. I was like,
No, I
oh,
thought
she's
about getting
attractive.
them
Let me get to know
guns.
her. We kind of see that. I mean,
But
that's the
but
entire
that
premise. That's
still
the entire
prove.
premise. That's the entire premise of Pop the Balloon.
But that's the whole point of
Thank
his
you.
point.
Pop the
Hello,
balloon.
if the only reason you approached her is because you was attracted to her, that means that you attracted to it, and then when you start worrying about how the world think about your woman, that's when y'all decide to abandon ship because y'all think what the world think is more
Oh,
important than
first
how
of all,
you
I ain't.
feel
I
about
don't
it.
know
But
who
that's not
y'all
the
is. My
conversation
mama.
that we're having. The
Yeah, nobody talking
conversation is
about
he
that.
That's not what
said
they're
that
talking
it
about
didn't
at
matter.
all.
What does it matter, Josh?
Sharon specifically stated that physical attraction is not real. He has said this on numerous times. All you got
So
to
why
do
you
is
Okay,
back.
but we moved past that.
I
okay, hold
know.
on, hold on.
So
So why you don't cheat on your woman?
the reason I don't cheat on my wife is because I actually have emotional attraction to my wife.
That's
It's
it.
a feeling,
Yeah, it's
right?
because I
So what?
love her.
Yes,
So
Yeah.
now what?
I
What about?
have
So when you see
emotional
a
and
beautiful woman
intellectual
walking down
attraction
the street, what stops you from being with that woman? She likes you and everything. What stops you?
because I now believe in monogamy.
What stops you?
Whoa,
The
what do
love
you
for
mean
my
now?
wife.
What do you mean? Whoa, what do you mean now? Believe in
That doesn't
monogamy?
matter.
You
Because
should
in
be
the
a pimp.
previous hold on, in the previous conversations, you said you weren't messing with. I remember Diva
No,
asked
hold on,
you
hold
if you
on.
and your
It's
ex were
because
messing with that dude together. You said no.
right. I believe in. Okay,
You
but
said you now believe in
what was the
monogamy. Don't try
profession?
to switch it up now.
No, hold up. See, you're not gonna fast talk me because I know what I said and I don't know how I
You
said
said
it.
you. I
So
will.
let's
We can
use the
rewind it. We
context
can
right.
put money on it. You just said I now believe in monogamy.
Yes, and I did not contest that again.
Okay.
So
So
where's your
what
argument,
what does
sir?
that mean in the context of your relationships? Because you said
Because I
you
was
only
a
been with 3 women.
sir,
Diva
I was a
asked you if
pimp.
you were messing around.
Sir, if I was a
What's that got
pimp
to do
and the
with you
person I
believing in
listen,
monogamy? What's that got to do
listen,
with you believing in monogamy?
because
Because you
if
can
I
be a
believed
pimp
in
and have
monogamy,
one woman, right? You can be a pimp and be dating one woman and not be messing
but
with
if
other women.
she's not being monogamous, that's not monogamy, is it?
But what does that got to do with you believing
I
in
Wait,
can't
monogamy?
believe we went
hold
on this rabbit hole. It doesn't even matter about the conversation.
I'm just asking, man. I'm just
Like,
asking.
no,
I don't know why we want to argue certain things. Like he said in the past, at one point he did believe in monogamy. Now he believes in monogamy. Who cares? Let's go back
I
to the
care. I
conversation.
asked the question, didn't I?
but
But why do you? Why do you?
I just answered. No, it's because he's trying to go down the rabbit hole. That's what he
But
I'm not
but
does.
trying to
but
go to rabbit. I just
No,
got a
you're
simple
going down
question
the
because it
rabbit
seemed
hole
like
with him. Stop letting the grown man
yeah.
question your damn
That's what I'm
shit.
saying.
You
You a
the
man
grown
too.
man
I'm just asking
question
you
you.
questions.
Listen,
You
Come
answer
on,
them.
man.
all
Move
right. So
on.
let's get past the rabbit hole, and I just need men to stop lying to themselves. Majority of men are choosing a woman because of how other men might look at their woman. It
Yeah.
is what it is. And if you're a real straight man, you don't give a fuck about none of that because your woman makes you feel a certain way. So anybody that says that my wife is a 1, 2, 3, or 10, I don't give a fuck because my wife makes my dick hard, and that's the only person that fucking matters because of how my wife makes me feel. I don't give a fuck
But
about
is
what anybody else in the world thinks of what she looks like.
But is your wife the only woman that gets your dick hard?
What kind of question is that? You know his wife is watching.
yo.
You think he's gonna say
No,
no?
hold up. Exactly.
Even if it
Again,
were true?
That was crazy.
Not the fucking point. Not the fucking point of the question.
It was a crazy
Like-
question to ask him.
Like y'all understand, but y'all understand what I'm asking.
No, we don't. We don't understand why he's asking a married man. Do other women?
Okay.
We don't understand it. No, we don't.
Let me help him out. So what he said, what he's trying to say
You're gonna
is
make it
that
work.
Sharon's
Let me
still
help
arguing.
you out.
Yeah, so Sharon's still
That's about
arguing
that
that if you're
man dick
attracted
and
to
his wife like that. We don't need to know about that.
Y'all are
Y'all guys are weird.
Y'all are
So
talking.
Sharon's
No, but here's the thing. I said it from the jump.
come on, man.
I said it from the jump. If I see a woman that is nice looking, I'm not going to get my dick on because she doesn't make me feel anyway. I don't give a fuck about that woman.
All right,
Yeah,
let me,
so this is
Did
where I'm thinking.
did he answer the
I
question?
don't have no feelings towards her because I don't know her, because I do not have lust on the top of my
Y'all
on
don't
top
hear
of
that
my
whistling?
dice. So when I see that woman, I'm not thinking about how she feels on the inside. But for some reason, every time when a lot of men they see other women, they just think about how she feels, and they think that, and they believe because they be looking at her and they want to feel her, they think that it actually has something to do with attraction. But majority of you men, I'm starting to realize that y'all liars and y'all on the down low. That's
So, Sharon, thank you for actually answering
Hold on, I
the
never
question.
got to finish my thought.
This is why y'all don't
Wait,
care.
no,
As long
Sharon.
as the aesthetics is correct and nobody else know, y'all going. That's
Thank
how
you
y'all
for
this is
answering
why-
the question.
I
So
would
here's
not
the-
hold on.
get tricked.
Charles,
But
can I
the
just say
reason
something?
I'm not
Hey,
getting
bro,
tricked.
like,
I
when y'all
never
niggas
got
get
tricked
done,
is
bro, let
because
me get
I
in.
don't just look at a physical attraction and say, "Ooh, my dick is hard." You're gonna find yourself in some serious shit, and that's how you run in your life. It is what it is. I'm a straight man. I don't move that way. Simple.
So look, let me.
So
let
this
me-
is
let me
why
get in
Sharon's
here,
argument is
man.
problematic,
Let me get
because
in here, fam.
basically
Let me get
he's
in here.
saying
Let me get in
that attraction is
Hey,
solely
bro,
based off
let me
possible.
get in the conversation, my nigga. God
I
damn.
haven't-
Yeah, so
Okay, I got
I'm
next then.
asking-
I'll let
Hey,
you
he was
guys
talking
out.
shit about you earlier,
somebody else
Taz. That's
in the
crazy.
combo,
That's
bro.
what I'm saying. He was
God
like, when Taz get on, he ain't gonna let him talk. That's what he said earlier.
You ain't gonna let me talk.
Go ahead,
That's what
Taz.
Mr. Word said earlier. Mr. Word earlier, he said that when
Hold
Taz get
on,
on,
stop instigating. Go
I don't
ahead,
know who
Taz.
Taz
he
is.
said,
so-
I'm not instigating
In real
him. I'm
time,
saying what he
hey,
said.
Hold on, y'all.
in real time, in real time, Taz called the white man a nigga.
He's not white, by the way. But go ahead, Taz.
Damn, that shit just threw me. Okay, so look, I've been listening, fam. So this is what I'm gathering, right? It sounds like what y'all talking about to me is the transition from a young nigga who run around and chase anything and willing to fuck anything to the man who, does not want to do that anymore and kind of finds value within himself. And so I don't think y'all putting that age conversation in there because some of what y'all talking about was some young shit. You know what I'm saying? Niggas was just attracted to any old woman and try to fuck on something late night, whatever, after the bar. That type of shit happened when you were younger, but as you get older, you know what I mean? Now you ain't willing to just, fuck on anything, and you ain't out on the chase like that no more. Attraction does mean very little when you've already chosen the person who's right there with you. You got a wife. You're not viewing women as an option as much as you would when you were, single and whatnot. So a lot of this has to do with that evolution of being a man and growing and whatnot. You're not gonna have the same thoughts at 20 as you are gonna have at 45.
But
Yeah, so-
nobody's disagreeing with that.
Yeah, nobody's disagreeing. So the whole argument is Sharon's saying that attraction is not, or the reason people go after or partner up is not based off of physical attraction. It's based off how the other person makes you feel. But the
That's a
issue
fact.
is the other person can't
That
make
is a
you
fact,
feel
though.
something if you don't know them. If you don't know them, they can't make you feel any type of way.
He said, but you
It's-
use the word partner up, bro. When you said partner up, get together, it have nothing to do with how she look. It's how they each other make each other feel. When you
But
use the word partner up, it
But how
changes.
can they make you feel something if you
Dismiss
don't
what I
know
just
them?
said and then come back and say that. Now I'm confused because you're literally describing what I just told you. Like it's obviously taking time for you to get past the fact that attraction is physical. Excuse me, attraction is more than physical. So I'm saying when you're young, yeah, she look good, she got a big ass, y'all fuck her. That's the young shit. Okay, as you get older, you get past that. Unless you're
But that's
young.
not what we're saying.
But that's
You're young.
not,
Yeah.
Nobody can
when do you
fix it. You're
mature?
young.
When do you
Exactly.
mature?
You're the whole point.
And you know what? I'm so glad Taz came up because that's what we're missing. I'm looking at
No,
it
we're not.
Exactly.
as a mature lens, and y'all still looking at it at a very
Yes.
immature lens. And I
No,
didn't,
because how would you know a
broke it down.
person's situation to know whether you're attracted to them?
and I didn't
For real,
realize.
Taz broke it. Yes, for real, Taz broke it down so eloquently. For real, without
No.
disrespecting nobody, without using no ad hominems or nothing. It's all about the maturity level. Everything he said was 100% accurate. It really was. And I don't have
Yeah,
nothing to say
Taz
on
is
it.
right.
That's
But
what I was
get the thing,
missing.
Taz is right.
And that's what we're missing in the whole conversation is that y'all still looking at that ooh, and that's why y'all care about a fat ass and don't care who the fat ass is actually attached to.
Nope, we're still talking about the types of attraction. Taz is right. I'm not saying he was wrong. What I'm saying is that we're having a conversation about different types of attraction. What Taz just explained is literally emotional attraction. Hey, once you find your person, which he already just said, then you become attracted to them in a different way. Her physicality doesn't matter anymore. You do that especially when you're older because you're already settled down.
Okay,
but
so
the issue is,
so Josh, so what I'm trying to get you to understand, if something happened to my partner right now, when I go
Right.
back to the world looking for a new partner, I don't give a fuck about how she looks. I care about how she's going to make me feel, how she's going to treat me. She's going to take care of money. Can I trust her? I'm going to give her keys. Can I go to sleep in the same bed with her? So all this other shit that you talk about,
no, that's fine.
Talk about that.
No,
At
you're good.
all, I'm
That's
just
fine.
realizing that even at my old age, if I was to go back in the dating scene, for whatever reason I need to. Her physical.
But what's going to allow you to walk up to her?
Her physical. I'm not going to be just attracted to her physical because guess what? Cardi B looks good and she toxic as hell.
But why would you walk up to her to begin with?
Because how she makes me feel. That's what I'm trying to get you to understand.
Oh my god, bro! How would she make you feel something if you don't know her?
Wait, man. So y'all niggas acting like you ain't never seen a bitch and wanted her, bro. Like, god damn.
Taz, that's what we're saying.
That's our point.
Taz, that's what we're arguing.
But that's a feeling but you wanting her is a feeling, right?
It's a physical. I agree. Feeling. Sharon is saying that doesn't matter.
He's saying there's no such thing as physical attraction.
It's a feeling. It's a feeling.
Everything is feeling too.
I'm stuck. I don't understand what the question, because it's a feeling, it's a thought. You want her or whatever. So what are y'all saying after that?
He said he went to the gas station. Should become. You want to go see?
So Taz, here's the context of the conversation. So Sharon basically he doesn't want to acknowledge attraction triggers.
No, just tell us your point. Just tell us your point. Don't give us context because you missing the context. Just tell us your point.
Sure. Okay, so this is my point, or this is how I feel about it, right? So Sharon doesn't want to acknowledge attraction triggers because that's a big proponent of the quote unquote red pill. So what he's trying to say is, well, people don't have quote unquote attraction triggers. It's how the other person makes them feel. But the problem is another person can't make you feel something unless you know them. People initially go up to other people based off of how they look, how they're physically attractive.
Taz, that's not what we're talking about. So like, okay, so this is what the disconnect is. But let me tell you my point, right? They are right when they saying that attraction is a thing, that I could see somebody out there and I can say I'm attracted to that person not without being attached to them. But what Sharon is talking about is a mature version of this. What we're talking about in a relationship, it's not about you being attracted to that person. It's about how that person make you feel. This is how when we hear this statement, hey, I wasn't attracted to this person, but as I spent more time with them, I became attracted to them because of how they made me feel in the environment that they have. So that's the two things that they're arguing about.
But what does that have to do with physical attraction? That's been the whole scope of the last 2 hours.
Y'all being the G
but when I came up
right
here, that's
now.
why I don't understand why y'all stuck on this. When I came up here, even Sharon agreed that it's this certain level of attraction that he see when he see people out in the not attraction, ratings. I guess he using a different word, but it's a certain level of feeling when he can look at somebody and say she's beautiful and not beautiful. He conceded to that 2 hours ago. I don't even know why we keep bringing it up.
Until just now when he said her looks doesn't matter, then that means the physical attraction does not matter.
Over the long period of time, it doesn't matter, Josh. Right. That's what he's telling you.
Long term, it doesn't.
Yeah, we agree with that.
But we agreed with that. But he's saying physical attraction isn't real.
We went past that too. I don't understand.
Then why did he go back to it?
No, y'all keep going back to it. Listen, we literally, when I came up here, said, okay, it is something that happens when you see somebody for the first time. We all agree upon that point, right? I
Is he
can
at
say a
the
person is
7-Eleven?
beautiful.
Sharon does.
Listen, yes, he do agree. He agreed on this panel. He said
He
it's a
keeps
such
saying
thing as
it's
a
not.
beautiful person and an ugly person. That's a beautiful
Okay,
woman.
Ida.
That was the
Ida, hold
But he
example he
also says
used.
it's no thing is physical attraction. I mean, it's that simple, bro. Like y'all be trying to
This is
defend this nigga like Captain
Sharon,
America
y'all
wait.
just
shit.
really
Okay,
want to argue with him.
okay. Wait a
I'm
minute,
convinced that
Sharon.
y'all come over here every day just to argue with him. Conceded.
Yeah,
He
Sharon,
even conceded
please.
in this conversation, and y'all still want to argue about something he conceded to.
Wait.
there's a such
Hold
thing
on.
as physical
Sure.
attraction. I don't know that. I didn't hear him say
Sharon,
that, but I hope he didn't.
Sharon, question. Stop. I don't want nobody else putting words in your mouth. Sir, did you or did you not say there's no such thing as physical attraction?
I said it don't exist.
That's the same thing.
That's the same
not the
thing.
same thing. So what I'm trying to get you to understand is that when you see a woman, she makes you feel a certain way. That's what I'm saying. Because in your mind, you put that this type or whatever that is, it makes you feel a certain way. Somebody else gonna look at that same one, don't feel a damn thing
But
about it.
that's attraction,
That is
though, right?
physical
That's
attraction.
what I'm saying. You
That's
ain't
attraction.
saying
But it's
shit. That's
a feeling that she makes. What I'm trying to get you to understand, it makes you feel a certain way. It is personal to you, your feelings. So
Physical attraction.
So what I'm saying is that in the same
It don't have to be
conversation,
physical, though.
we could look at Charlize Theron and somebody would say she
I don't know
looks
what that
good.
is.
I physically
Who
would
was
agree with her.
Sharon,
And
who
then
was your childhood crush?
KT the GOAT will look at that white woman and says, I hate pink meat.
Sharon, you just yapping
Because
right now. I
the
ain't
way
gonna lie
how
to you.
she
Would
makes
Who's
still
your
make
childhood
her
crush?
physically
because
attractive.
when we having a conversation, right? This is why I don't believe physical attraction, the physical shit exists. Because if that same woman, you didn't know she was born a man. The moment she says, I'm a man, your attraction to her is gone because of a feeling.
Who's your childhood
And
crush?
so what I'm trying to get
Sharon,
you to
who was your
understand,
childhood crush?
me personally,
That was crazy.
I don't move
That
off
was
of because
wild.
of she has she's whatever this thing that I'm looking at. I don't trust that. That just
Okay,
doesn't mean
So
anything.
that's
Sharon,
fine.
Sharon, who is your
But
childhood crush? Sir,
But no,
sir,
hey,
All
Sharon,
I'm
hello,
saying-
Sharon, to their defense, they said even if it was a man, some of
They-
these dudes up here still
they
be
will go.
attracted to their
Right.
so
Right.
because the
physical
attraction is
might be real
physical.
to them.
And all I'm saying is I understand that now, right? I'm way too straight to just look at somebody and say, "Oh, I want to put my dick in that."
Then you don't have sexual attraction. That's what you're saying.
No, because I
No,
know better. What I'm trying
no,
to get you
hold
to
on.
understand.
No, what
I'm
you're
trying to
saying
get
is
you
that
to
you don't
understand-
move.
What I'm trying to get you to understand that the same way how the woman was saying earlier that they see men with fat asses. Hey, listen, some of y'all men are going clearly because the only thing you looking at is the physical part.
But
Yeah,
Sharon,
I
I'm
blame
not
my
even
work for
disagreeing with you.
I'm
What I'm
not
saying,
going. Y'all niggas could
Sharon,
go ahead.
Bro,
I
you
was
a
listening
god
from the
tier
beginning.
deflector,
I
bro.
blame you,
I'm
my
trying to
work.
get y'all to understand. I appreciate your honesty. I'm not going.
that's
think you're
fine.
trying
But
to
what
yap
you're
right
saying
now.
is that
Captain
you don't
America.
move on sexual attraction. That
No,
just
what
means
he's
you
saying, what
don't
he's saying.
move.
Now, hold on. Let's
Sorry.
be clear though. Let's be clear.
Okay.
Now, what he's saying is that at some point you shouldn't be moving on physical attraction because your ass might get caught looking at a dude. That's what he's
No,
telling
I
us.
agree. No, that's fine. But that's not what the
But that's
initial point
nobody's
was.
talking about that. Though.
He's
That's
saying
what he
that there's
just
no
said
such
though.
thing as
Somebody's talking about it because that's what he just said.
No,
Man.
he's just
I
saying
agree.
it because that's
No,
the
you're
point he
right.
wants to
Hey,
make.
time we heard the same thing and it went
That
over their
was the
head.
original context.
That's what he
That
just
was the
said, man.
original
That's what he just
context.
said. Now that part I agree with. Now, you know
My
what I'm saying?
work,
Again,
my work was basically saying like, well, you can be physically attracted to someone that looks like a woman that's a man, right? And then find out that's a man and not
I
be.
can't
Yeah, that
be
was wild.
physically
That's
attracted.
where
That's
it
what I'm
all
saying.
started
No,
from.
I can't though. That's what I'm saying. I cannot be physically attracted to a man.
I
I don't
just
care what they
said,
look
Cody.
like.
That's what he said,
But
Cody.
But how do you know
That's
they're?
what I'm saying. I don't care what they look like. I can't go.
Boy,
you
y'all
see the
be
problem
falling
with
for the
That's
Sharon's
deflection.
argument,
This is why I said this nigga can be mayor, because y'all be falling for the deflection so easy. This nigga just
Okay.
brought up a whole
Yeah, he
separate
just
thing,
deflected
y'all.
it.
He just
No, no,
admitted
no.
he don't believe it exists, bro. That's it, point blank, period.
I'll just let
Hey,
you know.
okay.
I'm not going.
but Sharon,
No, that's
Sharon's
fine.
issue is
Sharon, you
that
got a
if
whole
it's all
point.
if
And
it's
I
about how
thank you for
somebody
saying
makes
what
you
you just
feel,
said because you
and
went
it's
back to our initial point.
or
Because
Joshua,
you
if I
said
could just say
earlier
this.
that. Oh, go for it.
No, because we're saying physically attracted to women, right? Like we're physically attracted to women that have vaginas. But Sharon's saying, well, physically attracted to people. It's just how they make me feel. Well, it's like, well, if a dude made you feel good, would you sleep with them, Sharon? That makes you sus, bro.
No,
You don't see how
That's
that
it.
makes you sus?
this is crazy. The
If
crazy
anything, it's
part about it is,
sapiosexual.
hello, no. The
See,
crazy
this
part,
is the
Mr.
problem
Work.
when you talk,
Hello,
Mr. Work. You kind of help them, and that's the
yeah.
problem.
So, I'm trying to help you understand, Mr. Work. You admitted that, hey, we're physically attracted to women. That kind of
Vaginas,
destroys the
yeah.
whole conversation. And the reason, hello, let me tell you why. Because they was arguing that they wasn't physically attracted to these women, but still having sex with them. That
Okay,
was the
so
argument earlier.
Nah, that
No,
wasn't
it
Okay.
the
wasn't.
argument.
The
That
argument
wasn't
was
the
literally,
argument.
do physical attraction exist? Y'all keep saying
We
everything but
passed
that.
that.
Jesus, I'm gonna say this. We not past.
Go
You
back.
passed
KT,
that. He
you
just
said, hold
literally
on,
said
KT,
it
you
don't
said you weren't
exist.
attracted. You said you had sex with a woman you weren't attracted to.
Yes.
No, I did.
either.
Like not.
Yes,
Either
I
man
mean
just
not
yes,
said
you
that. You
thinking
did.
she
said that, and you
pretty, and
said
I
you didn't
said
say that.
physically attracted. I said I've been physically attracted to a woman. I did not see her as pretty because you can look at a bitch and say that's a butterhead, and I'm a fucker off the physical attraction. That's what I literally said.
That's what either man just was talking about. He was saying that.
No,
What?
and I'm saying the point from the beginning is Sharon said that doesn't exist. This is the point. Y'all he bring up something and then
No,
y'all
I
start getting
agree.
on there.
Well, the thing is that I asked him who his childhood crush was. He doesn't want to answer. But that proves that there's a physical attraction because you have crushes, and even before you're too young to even comprehend what a mate is, you just have a crush because someone's pretty, someone's beautiful. Everybody had crushes on Hillary. Everybody, if you watch Boy Meets World, you had a crush on Topanga, Pink Power Ranger. I mean, some might even say Nala. I don't know. But there's plenty that you would have a crush on, and it's not because you picture them as your wife or anything. It's just a physical attraction.
Right. There's a difference
Well,
between
you
physical
lived
and
a very
sexual
weird.
attraction.
Respectfully, you lived a very weird life where you didn't have hormones in your puberty years, and you also didn't have childhood crushes.
No, Sharon's just rage baited, man. But he's the best at it, man. I give him that. I give him that. He's the
Yeah.
best at it.
So for me, what I'm trying to get you to understand, I don't look at something and say, "Ooh," I'll wait to find out what that thing is. Y'all,
So you
will
don't
be
use
willing-
sexual
y'all be
attraction.
willing to- Y'all would be willing to be sexually attracted to anything.
But you're talking
I'm
about
not.
sex. You keep on switching up the words. You're talking about
I'm
sexual
just,
attraction.
Yeah, you
I'm
keep
not
switching.
looking at
Or are you talking
anything.
about
You
just
will-
something
hold
is
on. What I'm trying
attractive?
to get you saying, you will look at TV and see something that is female looking and be like, yes, I want to put my dick in that. I'm not.
No, who's you? First of all, my girl listens to this
Whoever,
sometimes. I have
whoever's
never
looking
done.
on,
I have never done that in
whoever
my
looks
life.
on
I
TV,
don't even know what
whoever
he's
looks
talking
on
about right
TV
now.
and don't know what they're looking at, and they say, "Hey, I'm willing to put my dick because she has a fat. I don't care how ugly she is. I don't care how ugly she is. She can look like a goddamn man for all I care, as long as she got a vagina. Hey, that's
Bro,
you,
you're
bro.
still
I'm
you're
not.
conflating everything.
Me personally, I don't give a fuck how much of a female China is. I ain't putting my dick in her because she look like a man to
Who's
me.
China?
The wrestler.
I don't even know
Rest
what she
in
look
peace.
like.
Yeah, she dead.
Yeah.
Damn.
I don't know why you would throw a dead lady's name out there.
Right,
But all right.
we can keep going. It's plenty of man-looking women out there. They got a body. You would do it. I'm not doing it.
But
Velma?
Sharon,
Okay,
that
Velma
just
was a
means
pretty
you
good
don't.
crush. I ain't
This
gonna lie.
where it get
Velma's a good one.
disingenuous.
A lot of
Because
good
then you
cosplay
say,
at Velma's.
But
Y'all
Sharon,
would
that
put
means you don't use sexual attraction.
All I know is this: y'all will put your thing in anything as long as it looks good and nobody
see, you're
knows.
lying.
I'm not
Stop
that.
lying up here.
Hold
Nobody
on, no.
You're
said that. We
expanding.
saying physical
You're
attraction
not
exists. That's
gonna
it.
walk around. Like, listen, you're not gonna walk around with your 4 in the face and 9 in the body, and the same thing. Why you ain't gonna walk around with your T-man and you got a bad you. That's it. It is what it is. I get it
So
now.
I just don't understand.
The
Hold on.
was crazy.
You're trolling.
Well, hello, but
Well-
like, can we all agree if you saying she got a 9 in the body and a 4 in the face, she's not a 4. It got to be an average somewhere around 6.
Well, no,
That's
I
fine.
we-
I can agree with that.
Yeah, I agree.
I'll agree
Okay,
with
so
that.
that so that means that she is not a 4. That goes back to my original statement. Is to you, she's not a 4 because if she was a 3 in the body, 3 in the face, and 3 all around, that means that if you say now, you would say, I'm not
But-
attracted to her because
But either
like,
you're missing the point.
what's the point I'm missing? Tell me the
Well,
point I'm
point
missing.
I think the point
isn't the
is
fact
regarding around relationships because I feel like earlier they were kind of talking about
physicality.
talking to this slow motherfucker, Mr. Work, about women being attracted to certain things, and he was talking about height or some other shit. And I think what Sharon's point stemming from that is that you can talk to someone and you're going to stay with them not because they're tall, but because of who they are, and that's what you're
Right.
attracted to. And I think that's what it all stems from, just based off of the little
But-
bit I caught from earlier.
But his whole conversation earlier was saying that physical attraction doesn't exist, even though
I
we
think
keep
he's talking
going
about.
back
I think
to it.
he's talking about he hasn't cleared himself up, so I'm not going to say I think because he had.
He's
plenty
talking
of
about from the
opportunities. He didn't
relationship
want to give
point
us
of
his
view.
childhood. He didn't want to give us his childhood crushes. I think that's mad disrespectful. Everybody's ever done it. That's ever been asked. But I think that someone might be talking about in a relationship specifically. It's not physicality that keeps them there. It's all the other things that keeps them in a relationship.
And I've been talking about sexual
everybody agrees to
attractiveness that causes the initial connection. You're not even going to walk up to somebody unless you have a physical, sexual, or some kind of attraction to them. Emotional and intellectual attraction come later. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out,
At
like,
times.
you know,
No,
Josh.
Hold on, wait,
disagree.
hold up. I asked a
I
simple question.
disagree with that.
It can,
And
it can go the other way too. It can be you can
disagree
hear
with
someone.
Right.
Well, you can hear
Check it out.
someone.
Here's why I disagree with that, though. I disagree with that
Okay.
because now, with like the online thing and the dating online and meeting people and even these panel discussions and whatnot, you don't even have to see a person now.
Yeah.
You can fall in love, air quote, with someone's mind, with someone's thought process, with what you perceive to be their mannerisms, you perceive to be their behavior and whatnot. So the attraction don't even have to be physical anymore. Now people fall in love with avatars.
No, I'll co-sign that. That's fair. You know what? I'll concede that because I'm not putting the context of. I'm putting real world dating. I'm putting real world relationships.
Sharon, I bet my last dollar if you would have said that, Josh wouldn't agree. I guarantee you, if you would have said that, Josh, we're like, nah, man, that don't make sense. It came from Sharon.
Hey, look, it got men online right now. Matt Barnes. Hi, how you been? Guess what? He got scammed by a goddamn AI female.
Right, but he got attracted to that AI female. Again, you're going right back to the initial conversation again.
And I'm saying
He
that
was still physically
so
attracted
Josh,
to her.
So Josh, so what I'm trying to get y'all to understand, I'm not going. Y'all will fall for anything, and y'all gonna find yourselves in some serious shit. That's what I keep trying to tell y'all. Keep on go ahead and believe that anything with a fat ass, you need to put your dick in, and one day you're gonna wake up and that person's gonna say, "Hey, by the way, I'm on Anna."
Nah, see, this is where you deflecting and redirecting because nobody's saying that they purely are looking at
talk
people
crazy
in the
big
sense
words
of
today.
get the fuck out of here. No, listen. This is where you redirecting and shit because listen, bro, we're not talking about whether or not the only point is physicality, like physical attraction. You could be attracted to somebody's mind and physical. Like that's most likely your main two elements. You're going to say, like I kept saying, just Jay said earlier, first is the physicality, then it's the experience you have with that person. I agree with that in totality. So we're not arguing whether or not it's more than that should happen. But we know that thinking with your dick exists is a saying because some people do move on that basis. So you can't say physical attraction doesn't exist.
What about that four? You thought like, this is gonna be
thinking with my dick. Even what Taz said, I was younger. You right.
You was attracted. Just say I was attracted to that four when I was younger.
I literally, that's what I just said. I don't know what more you. I did it because I was thinking with my dick. I was attracted to her in that sense. Her body shape for me, I was like, shit, I'm a hit.
So that proves that she was not unattractive.
That's what I'm saying. Where are y'all conflating that somebody? Where are y'all conflating
that is
because
true.
Somebody will fuck somebody? You can't. I'm gonna say it one last time. I could say her face is a 4.
Yeah,
I could say her
sex
body's
doesn't
a
have
12.
a direct correlation to attraction.
Yeah,
So all I'm saying is this: all
they're
you
not
men that feel that way, you gonna find yourself in some serious shit.
No, I'm not gonna find myself.
You know,
straight up,
Marines do.
Hey,
because I know how to avoid that. These
You've
red
been in those situations.
these red pills that sit here and talk about single mothers all day. I bet you're dealing with a single mother. You ain't got to worry about that. You know what I mean?
Timmy, he's not wrong.
Junior.
Hey, Wall Street Willie, they trying to keep the single mamas for themselves. I done figured the game. Don't touch them so I can get them.
I'm just saying, I bet you ain't got to worry about that.
Oh no, that's where that thing top tier.
All right. So anyway, let's bring it back to the conversation. But regardless, hey, look, y'all could not respect y'all feelings about how people make y'all feel. Y'all believe that it's strictly on how you look at a person, but we could just walk in the street and we could see that this.
We didn't say that either.
Wait, Sharon, I got something to point out that it's kind of ironic
Oh,
how you say that, like, oh, you guys are basically dealing with some kind of homosexual repressive thoughts or something, where it's like you guys are secretly gay, yada yada yada. But the thing that's kind of ironic about it is that we're simply talking about being physically attracted to women, and you're saying, well, I don't deal with physical attraction because then it might lead to situations where you're attracted to a dude. Bro, it sounds like you're the one having some kind of homosexual like battle that you're having, you know?
That's
Because we're
true.
just talking about being attracted to women with
But
vaginas.
do y'all guys see how these conversations are connected? First, we talked about a couple of days ago. We talked about the person who was led by lust, and the lust kind of destroyed his career and all these different things. And then we started having a conversation about getting away from lust. You know, men thinking at a higher level, and this is how men supposed to be thinking. And it's almost like this conversation is saying, no, men need to go back to the lustful thoughts and thinking. Y'all don't see how
No,
those things are
We're
connected?
no,
not even
because lust
saying
is
that.
an attraction.
We're not
Lust
even
is not
saying that.
attraction, bro. And I'm not saying it can't constitute in the same thing. Like you can't be attracted to someone out of lust, but we know by definition, lust is
Lust
like a.
is an attraction. I don't know if
Hold
you
No,
on,
can get
lust
No, I'm
into
saying
lust
I'm
is
hold
not.
on.
attraction.
No,
No,
it.
I'm saying
this is so good. Hold on.
this is not.
So that four you had sex with, was it lust? Was it lust that you had sex with the four?
Yes.
Yeah,
Kate,
probably.
no,
Mhm.
let Kate to
Narcissism, the
go.
desire
He
for
wanted to unmute all the other times. Kate to go. That four that you had sex with, was that lust? When you was thinking with your dick. That's what I thought. That's what I'm saying. He trying to act like these conversations ain't connected. Like that's
Okay, look,
crazy.
my the very first person I had sex with was the absolute four. And I had sex with her because I was a virgin. Yes, that's
Absolutely.
exactly what happened.
And you was a four, so y'all was equals. Yeah, like that's what I'm saying. It's
Even
like
but even still, as a four, I was attracted to another four.
exactly. So she wasn't a four. That was a 10 in your book. That's why we gotta get off
Nope.
this world
See,
standards.
hold up.
If you
Nope,
was a four, she was a
you're
four.
mistaken.
Y'all was two tens on each other's
that
scales.
don't make no
That's
No,
the
sense.
that's
best.
not
That
real.
That don't
makes a
make no
That's
lot of
not
sense.
real.
You
sense.
just
No, it
made that
don't.
up. You
No,
just
I
made
did
that
Four
up
plus
not.
four
completely.
plus four equals 8 in the first place. So I
Oh,
don't know
now
where you're
y'all
getting
do a
it from.
basic math. Y'all are crazy.
Nah, my
Listen,
bad, y'all.
Wait,
My bad. I heard
so
everything y'all
my
was saying. Let me answer real quick. Like I said from the
Did you ask
beginning, I'm not
ChatGPT
saying
before you
lust
answered?
isn't a characteristic, like attraction isn't a characteristic of lust. I'm saying the words lust and attraction, they're two different words for a reason. They're two different
Hmm.
things. So every time lust is
Oh,
brought up, you can't now say, well, if you having any type of attraction, this is based off of lust. That'd be a false thing to even try to make, like say this correlates because of that. Nah,
but
that
lust
nobody
is
wouldn't.
said
in
that.
fact sexual
Nobody said
attraction.
that.
No,
Nobody said
lust
that.
no, lust is by definition sexual attraction.
No, y'all are missing. That was not what we said. When I connected the conversation, Katie, go because you might have walked away. When I connected, I said the problem with lust and moving with what we was talking about is the situation that the Michigan coach got into. What we doing this over the next couple of days, saying that men should actually be moving with a better value system, and not only that better value system, they should be moved by more than just physical attraction. Physical attraction should not be a deciding factor for men, right? And how you was moving back in the day is an example of how being driven by lust. That's the whole point that we tied together, K to go.
Oh, okay. Well, no, I'm saying that, and like I said, that's a younger thing, right? That's not like me as an adult. I mean, that's just
Yes,
it's
sir.
a part of the experience of growing, right? But
Yes, sir.
that's
Yeah. But he's a 40-year-old man. See, it ties back into him, right? If this was a coach that was first into coaching, he was 21 years old, 25 years old, just got out of college, we would give him that grace. But when we tie the whole thing in, the problem with the men today is that they in this undeveloped stage is where they never leave this young stage that you're talking about, K to go.
Mhm.
But
No,
see,
I
this
can
is when
agree
the
with that. But that's
conversation becomes fake though, because none of that has anything to do with attraction, right?
At
Like
all.
yeah.
a part of becoming a man is being able to control your attractions and take your bitch ass home, right? That's when you're maturing. That's when you're becoming a man. But that don't have nothing to do with attraction. You could be attracted to something. Anybody that likes black women and sees Meg the Stallion walk across the street, right? Like I find it disingenuous if you saying that's not attractive. I wouldn't mind in my younger years before I was married smashing, right?
She
But
the same age as my daughter. That's
yeah,
why I
that's
wouldn't say that.
problematic. All right, all right. You got a
That's why I
point
wouldn't
there.
say. But I
Stop
understand where you're
that.
going. But
That
that's why I
wasn't the
wouldn't.
point.
And look, and again, like when we just start peeling back the onion, whenever y'all just look at physical, it is a problem.